All right. Woo. Good morning. Goodness. I woke up late. Don't know how this keeps happening. Set up my alarm. Don't wake up to my alarm. And then all of a sudden I look at my phone. It's freaking 10:04. Like, holy crap. But yes, we are here ready on Monday morning, ready to go. Jumping at it where we left off the last session in Hoard of the Dragon Queen. Very, very good session last time. Such a comfortable group with roleplay. Great and so refreshing to be in this group, join in and be able to watch these guys along with you. So if those of you out there are ready, I'm gonna hop right into it.
Auto after I was like, so your wolves are all gonna die, but I wasn't gonna tell you before you did it. But yeah, they're all gonna die because.
Good morning.
Sorry. Hello,
everybody. Hello. So sorry for waking up late. Guess we'll just have to
clear the ownership of Uthar Burbog.
Oh yeah, I forgot that.
I'm so tired.
Okay, I'm still having a hard time getting into Fantasy Grounds, so.
Stop having a hard time.
That's what he said.
Hey. Yeah, I had my alarm set and everything, but I think my brain must be in vacation mode because all of a sudden I look at my phone and it's 10:04.
Where are you vacationing at?
Yeah. Staycation. Just hanging out at home, enjoying our time.
Well, that should be nice.
I mean, 4th of July, I'm basically gonna do the same thing because I have to watch my dog and she gets scared over fireworks. So I asked my boyfriend if he would just come over and watch movies, and
there you go.
And he was like, no, you smell bad.
Wow.
Exactly. That's exactly it. He said no.
He did say no?
No, he didn't.
I only joked that hard because
I did not say no. Okay.
So I only joked that hard because I literally like hang out with Otto and her boyfriend and play Final Fantasy. So.
What Final Fantasy?
14.
14.
Oh, the online one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always wanted to try that, but.
So there's a free demo though. That's why I'm trying it because it's
level
free.
60.
And it's like a good, that's the main like story chunk of the game.
Yeah, it's the whole base game and the first expansion apparently.
Okay. Yeah, World of Warcraft kind of does that too. You can play free until level 20.
In 14 where you could not play on teams, or like you couldn't make parties, because I played the free trial and you could not play together, and I was like, well, this sucks.
Why am I playing this stupid ass game?
Yeah, if somebody actually has the game, they can invite you to a party and friend request you, but you can't friend request somebody else on the free trial. So like I'm friends with Nicole, but I friend requested her and invited her to a party to help her like with dungeons and stuff. But
that makes sense.
She and Jared can like send me in-game messages, but I can't send it to them.
Yeah, I get why they would limit messaging
God.
and friend requests, because then you just get gold spammers. But the fact that you can't make a party with people who are all on the demo, I think that kind of stinks, because most MMOs are pretty boring, low level alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of the worst thing you can play.
The leveling aspect of MMOs, like, I like it, but also it sucks because it takes forever. Like, once you hit the wall where you're like, okay, this isn't fun anymore, and then you still have to level and grind, you're just sitting there like, oh my god, waiting to hit max.
I'm not gonna lie, I've been enjoying it a lot though, and it's just, especially because the other game that I mainly play like is taking forever to come out with more like legitimate content, so it's.
Be very, very careful, because the minute you start enjoying it is when you start losing your life.
Oh, I've been playing video games my whole life. When Breath of the Wild first came out, I didn't have a social life. Like
Yeah.
I found subs for volleyball and everything for like 3 weeks.
That's great.
I didn't care. I was like, guys, I'm not playing. They're like, really? I'm like, they're like, you are the biggest nerd for how much of an athlete you are. And I was like, yep, bye.
Yep.
I have priorities. Sorry.
Yeah.
I know the Switch is designed to go with me to the game, and they show that in the commercials, but like, nah.
She doesn't even play. She just shows up and plays the Switch.
They get a really good hit and I cheer like, oh, sorry,
Yep.
I got this dungeon. Like,
Eyes don't even
good job,
leave.
guys. Yep, that'd be me.
Like, I don't know. I'm weird when it comes to video games. I used to be able to play them by myself, but now I can't. I don't know. I'll get a game and I'll play for like a week,
Me.
and then I get bored of it.
Oh,
Like-
man. I buy so, now that I have money, like dispensable income, it's just
Yeah.
like, oh, it's on sale. Oh,
Yeah.
this is like half off. Now it's still $35, and I don't have the space on my Switch. I don't need more games, but like it's 35. It's so cheap. I'll just get it now and I'll play it later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I,
Games like full price games I've bought, installed, uninstalled for another game, and then never played.
yep.
I bought that whole Borderlands trilogy on Switch. I don't even like Borderlands that much, and I bought all of them. I played like 5 hours, and I was like, okay, well, I need the space for this other game. I gotta keep. This probably is a Rolling Stone. I gotta keep moving.
Yep.
Well,
When you're a kid, you don't have time.
Jake,
Yeah.
Before meeting Jake, I was like basically just a Nintendo girl. Like now I still have like the Nintendo DS, 3DS, like I have all those and will be keeping them. Like I have all the like generations of Game Boy for the most part. And like, so I have my Switch and all the consoles. But then being with him, he got me into PC games. So now I do both. So it's like
There you
double dangerous.
Yeah, I was always like, I wasn't like the Xbox bro or anything, but I played Xbox growing up, and I had PlayStation as well, but I got into Xbox because of like Gears of War and stuff.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
since like I went to college or whatever, and then I started playing League of Legends, and that was computer game. So then when I actually got my job and I started making money, got my own like actual desktop PC and everything, started playing computer games, I don't play console like at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm all PC too nowadays.
Well, and you'll probably make fun of me for this, Jake does now and then, but even on, especially because like at home, I never had a gaming computer, like gaming PC, so I use Jake's laptop and he's obviously at his desk. So using like keyboard and mouse on a laptop, like sitting on the couch is awkward. So I still play like with a controller with the games
really?
I play if I can. Yeah, because like the two I play, like so Final Fantasy and then Genshin Impact, like you can easily use a controller. But like if he and I want to play like Divinity or I want to like play Sims, then I like right now I have it set up so I have the laptop and like a mouse and keyboard. But
Okay, that's
yeah,
fine.
I still use the controller because it just, I don't know, it feels
Yeah.
feels right, man.
It's hard to learn the keyboard too. Like I tried playing some first person shooters, and what is it? Destiny is the only shooter game that I can actually play. For some reason, Destiny, it's like it makes enough sense, but like Call of Duty and stuff, it's way too awkward.
Yeah. Well, and I have these like short little like stubby fingers for the most part. So if I have to like stretch, like I can't really utilize a whole lot of the keyboard,
Yeah.
or it starts getting weird, and then I have to move my hands, and then I have to constantly look at the keyboard. So
Yep.
I grew up playing Battlefield on the PC, like with the mouse and keyboard. So I guess it's just
do.
second nature for me.
Yeah. That's like, I actually think overall it's better because there's more customizability, and you're not
And more
like
buttons available to you.
yeah, more buttons available, and like you're not I don't know the word, but you're not like forced to put a button somewhere because it makes the most sense. Like obviously, you know, jumping's gonna be on the whatever button with your thumb or whatever.
Spacebar.
Whereas like keyboard, there's all the customizability, and you can do whatever like feels naturally for like how you want to play. Like, are you sniping, or are you more like assault weapons, closer range and stuff? But yeah. I just have not learned that skill, and my old lizard brain does not want to learn.
He is Snapjaw.
Yeah, I am Snapjaw. Okay, so
he has a lizard brain.
We are back here, and I am getting slowly caught up on the campaign journals. Got, I think, 3 of them uploaded yesterday. I got 2 in the Scales of War and 1 in Tyranny of Dragons. So that's exciting. And I know,
work.
Yeah, I know we did not roll for Historian last time, so I'm not going to forget that this time.
Oh, God.
Where are you?
Nope, I'm pulling it up right now.
So glad we're not forgetting that.
Took over for one, so if it rolls on me, you guys have to do it.
Okay, so
No,
this
Jake.
morning we have Hoard of the Dragon Queen joining again in part 6, session 3. We have gone through quite a lot of sessions. Part 6 is not just, you know, like 50 some sessions in. We're actually I don't know how far we are. I'll have to give a count. I know I say that every time and I forget to after the session, but I want to figure out exactly how many sessions into the Hoard of the Dragon Queen we are.
Oh, you got me excited. We were supposed to be at level 6 last time.
No,
Yeah.
not yet. I know.
But I want it.
Yep, I know
It was quite the
specifically.
letdown.
I know specifically when. This milestone's definitely different. So let's begin with some character introductions. Freddie, tell us about your character.
Hello, I'm Sauerkraut, and I play Freddie Bloomington, a half-elf who's a mix of bard from the College of Lore and a warlock with the Hexblade feature. This makes him a jack-of-all-trades type who's out for fame, glory, and wealth so that he may eventually be worthy enough to return to his homeland.
As a prize waiting for him in his homeland, he's got his beloved. She needs a
Francesca.
hero. That's your theme song. I need a hero. Playing that.
Save me now!
Somebody save me now.
All right, so who are we saving? Ireva? Ireva, tell us a little bit about your character.
Oh yes, the damsel in distress.
Damsel in distress.
My name is Nicole. I play Ireva Galenadel, a wood elf ranger of the Horizon Walker subclass. She left her forest quite some time ago now, which is a seldom event for her, being sent from her people to stop the threat of the Dragon Queen being risen. And she ran into a little gangly group, and they've been through quite a few mishaps together. And after some losses and new meetings, she is refocused on her goal of defeating this cult and ending their purposes of their aim of raising this dragon so that she can return to her homelands and try to straighten things up again.
And she's been saved by Freddy more than once.
And Hawkeye.
But we'll never, ever, 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 ever admit it. We have some great inter-role play between these characters. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Hawkeye, tell us a little bit about your character.
I play Hawkeye, who is a wild hunt shifter druid of the Circle of the Stars. And I mean, she has 2 little animal friends, and she's just out to get, I wouldn't say revenge, but I don't know a better word, for whoever killed her sister, and she just hates the dragon kind.
Hates him with a passion.
With a very big passion. And I mean, she has every right.
Yeah.
She's been pushed out of her homeland, so.
Pushed out of her homeland. Been kept in hiding. Dragons killing her family. Definitely enough to swear an oath of revenge against the dragon kind. The evil chromatic dragons. This is the perfect adventure for. Right. We also have Emok. Tell us a little bit about your character.
Hello, everyone. I am Old Garhead. My character is Vmok, the happy-go-lucky Goliath barbarian from the Sword Mountains, who has joined forces with this troop of adventurers in search of the Dragon Queen. Vmok is still not sure of his quest. Is he searching for the ugly human downlander, or just the Dragon Queen? Let's find out.
Next time on Hoard of the Dragon Queen. Yes. Some interesting things going on with Vmok's background, having a dream-like portent about the Dragon Queen herself, a 5-headed dragon, and you will discover along with Vmok exactly what that all means. Coming sessions. And last but not least, we have Uthar Burbog. Tell us about your character.
Yeah, I'm John. I'm playing Uthar. He's a excuse me. He's an ex-slave turned pirate who long ago lost his true name and knows himself only by what his captives referred to him, which was Uthar Burbog. He's a cleric of the storm and swashbuckler rogue.
Yes, just left a big story part for you there, Burbog. Discovered Ramus Grick, his old nemesis from the boats that had enslaved him, took care of business. Bit of a scuffle. Uthar actually ended up killing him, getting some revenge while also discovering that many of the old crew had joined the cult of the dragon and that some of his family could still be alive. And so we are traveling northward, more into the mirror, with that on Uthar's mind. So last time on Hoard of the Dragon Queen, we were at the Karnath Roadhouse when the party was split up a little bit. Hawkeye was with Jamna in the tunnels underneath that had been discovered beneath the locked storeroom using Bog Luck's key. A cleverly hidden trap door underneath a crate, moving up and down, easy enough to spot if you know where you're looking. The rest of the party had created a distraction outside through the wagons laden with treasure, as the rest of the Roadhouse crew was outside searching through the wagons, grabbing what they could, bringing them inside. Freddy, Uthar, Uthar, and Vmok went over to Bog Luck's room. As Freddy was fumbling with the lock, the rest of, or not the rest, but there were 2 Roadhouse guardsmen that actually discovered them. They heard whispers, "Wait, go get the others." So we began the session with Ardred Brifferhue and his company coming inside to see what was going on. As the party was sneaking over to the storeroom, find Hawkeye, shouted, "What are you doing?" And without pause, the party went one by one, slipping into the storeroom. They saw a room piled high with crates and barrels, with one single alleyway cutting through to a northern room that was swung open a little bit, a lock dangling. Knowing that this was very likely where Hawkeye and Jamna had been, they slipped into the room to discover the trapdoor open wide, one by one jumping down. Freddy, using his smooth talk as always, spoke to Ardred. "Come, follow us if you wish and see what we're up to. The cult has some dealings in here, and we are simply discovering how deep it goes." And then, of course, Vmok saying, "If you follow us, he will kill you." Ardred, of course, trying to keep at least a semblance of control over his camp, slowly edged closer. And as Vmok jumped down the trap door, leaving it open, traveling down the carved tunnel, Ardred saw that the party and the troublemakers were gone and spat. "Leave him be. Good riddance. Closing the trap door. Locking the door behind him.
And left Carlin because he didn't do shit.
And Carlin is no longer with the party.
It's because Ryan didn't want to roleplay him ananymore.
I mean, that's true.
Carlin sucked.
No.
Like,
Carlin really does suck.
It's all come back to the same thing.
Well, his blades were really sharp though, because they never got used.
Can you guys hear me? Hello? Oh no.
Oh no.
That's why he didn't laugh. I knew he would chuckle.
That's true.
He left. He abandoned us.
Awkwardly quiet for a second.
No,
There. It's like,
he probably heard it and then was just like, nah, done with this shit.
Hello?
you guys feel like Carlin? Come on, camping.
Hello?
he is the DM.
Okay, so
Tell me what to do, but I will say if I do it or not.
sorry about that, everybody out there watching. I'm always having internet problems at this time. I just hope that we don't have the same movement problem with everybody.
Oh no.
Maybe last week.
Maybe you should change providers if it's glitching out that much.
Yeah, I don't know. It's because I turned down my bit rate a long time ago for like the internet and everything. I haven't had problems until the past like 2 weeks.
Irritating.
I don't really know what's going on. I don't know enough about internet and computers to really troubleshoot it, but yeah. I've been thinking of changing internet providers.
Yeah, because it's 10 a.m. your time. 10 a.m. you really shouldn't be having too much bogged down issues.
Yeah, it's not exactly peak load time.
If it ends up like bog leg.
Okay.
Dead?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
You guys want to try to like move your characters, see if you can grab them and everything?
Sure.
We're good?
Oh, I can move you.
I'm still trying to load everything back up.
Okay, I think we're good on that end though. Yeah, Uthar's going all over the place. Oh no, my characters have the zoomies.
Are you gonna start meowing?
Fast as fuck,
I mean,
boy. I'm fast as fuck, boy.
I don't even know how fast I am.
That's what Renard would say.
Yeah, Renard's doing that right now. Fast as fuck, boy.
God. Except he would say it differently because of that little accent.
I'm fast
you
as
gave
fuck,
him.
boy.
Yeah.
Fast as fuck, boy. You don't even know how fast I am. Haha.
And then
All
Greg
right.
would be like, oh yeah, you are.
All right, I see everybody's loaded, but I don't see everybody on the map. But yeah, okay. We need to go again.
I see 5 people.
We go again on my own.
All right. Where were we?
We're about to head off.
We're making fun of the Harper.
Oh yeah, Carlton. Yeah, we left him.
Yes.
Not because I didn't want to roleplay him anymore, but because it made sense story-wise of how I was roleplaying him. He didn't like causing trouble. Didn't like causing a stir. He just wanted to focus on the cult of the dragon.
He's kicked off Team Rocket.
He got left behind in Arnath Roadhouse as the rest of the party travels underneath the ground in a carved tunnel leading from the locked storeroom somewhere else. And Hawkeye had discovered where that somewhere else was along with Jamna as she poked her head out from a trapdoor a distance away, seeing a raised patch of land surrounded by trees and bog and marsh. So they exited the trapdoor, looking around, saw a trail leading northward, blaze marks carved into the trees. They followed for a while because they followed for a couple minutes, scouting ahead, for Jamna was not one to be told what to do. Hawkeye left signs of her presence and where she was going for the rest of her party to discover and follow after. So as he and Jamna went northward into the bog, where the ground was wet at best, sometimes up to the knees, sometimes up to the waist in marsh, but easy to follow the blaze mark. The rest of the party also discovered the trapdoor, and they came out. I just realized that was 2 sessions ago. Role-playing Gamers has followed. Thanks, man.
Huzzah!
Another sub. Or no, not another sub. That's a YouTube follow. Thanks for the follow, man. And so actually, last session we began with the party meeting each other, traveling through the marsh, discovering this campsite of lizard folk, for Freddy has some prior knowledge. And as they were walking around trying to figure out what was going on here, they saw boats approaching across the water. So as the rest of the party ducked and dove into hiding spots, Vmok stood as tall as he was, all probably like 7 feet of him. Tall as Vmok. 7 feet 8 inches, all 7 feet 8 inches of him standing with his weapons brandished, ready for the lizard folk. And as they birthed onto the bank, it came out hissing. And so battle commenced. Our party met them in the center of camp. Many spells and attacks were thrown, but the party was victorious pretty handily. Before the last lizard folk could be killed, one of them laid down its weapon, speaking in a language that nobody understand. For lizard folk speak Draconic, and nobody here speaks Draconic. It's funny.
Like to learn Draconic.
Yeah, which is funny because it's called Hoard of the Dragon Queen.
Hey, nobody metagame this now. Come on now.
Hoard of the Dragon Queen, and nobody picks up Draconic. But yes, so this one lizard folk laid down its arms, and through rudimentary means of communication, they discovered that it had a story to tell about being hunted down by bullywugs. And the party also discovered that the Castle Neritar may just as well be the lizard folk's home. And so they now have a guide to take them to their destination. Or if Castle Neritar is the lizard folk's home, and if he will ally with them, perhaps the rest of his kind will ally with them. They have a means of storming the castle or getting in unseen and unheard. So we join our session now with everybody ready to jump into the have the floor.
On a boat.
I'm gonna go in the one with the Snapjaw because he knows where the home is.
Everybody on the map? I only see 3.
I see everybody.
Yeah, I see everyone.
Yeah, I see them all. And we can actually move ourselves. What?
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
Hell yeah. All right. So everybody, go ahead.
I would like to be in the boat with Uthar. He actually knows what he's doing.
Oh, Vmok has to go with the weird elf lady.
Well, that's actually an interesting pairing.
I know.
So yeah, we have Snapjaw who knows these boats. We have Uthar who knows the boats, and then we have Vmok and Ureva. Right.
Okay.
Why do I just
go
picture Vmok sitting at the very, very tip of the boat and it like tipping up slightly?
I mean, probably.
Yeah, like if it had a motor on the back, Vmok would be weighing it down so the motor's out of the water and they don't move.
Yeah, it's planing
Unless
out.
Vmok's in the back, and now it's like a speedboat.
Yep.
Vmok, Ureva, do you know how to row a boat? Or, I guess Hawkeye would say, do you know how to drive these things, and do you know how to use the boat?
Who are you saying that to?
Ureva and Vmok.
Push with pole.
You see many paddles and oars.
Uthar, can you teach Vmok and Ureva how to
I
manage these things?
believe in D&D, it's a common life skill for people to know how to row.
Also, these are
never
just
mind.
basic like rowboats, so I'm not gonna lie. She was about to be a little sarcastic at you.
Yeah. Now, if we're talking to like, sailing a man of war, that might require some doing, but
I mean, I know as like character-wise and story-wise, Hawkeye probably doesn't because she was in hiding for most of her life.
I believe
Not
there's
really
actually
around water.
a skill called.
There's vehicle proficiency, but
Yeah.
it's a robot.
Yeah, you wouldn't need it. There's oars, or there's also long poles, because like you're in a marsh. So
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
be
I'm just
Hawkeye
saying, like,
push with
Hawkeye
pole.
as a character probably wouldn't know because she was in the forest and, like, in hiding, so she never left home, really.
Yeah, BMOC's looking at her kind of strangely, like push with pole, or use because I think inside the boat there's probably oars or long poles or something.
yeah, so like even if you didn't know Hawkeye, you could probably reason well enough like what the oars and the poles do. Plus, you would see Snapjaw grabbing a pole and stuff.
Yeah, that's why I went with Snapjaw, because Hawkeye as a character probably wouldn't know.
Yeah, so
Like,
in
right
response, Ireva just picks up the paddle that's next to the boat and kind of motions to it and looks at Hawkeye and just walks to the boat.
And BMOC points
Oh.
to Ureva and goes, "See,
I'm thinking of that guy that does the reaction to those life hacks.
Oh, the hand motion, yeah. I understand.
That's what I was doing.
Yeah. That's all over the internet. Okay, so you all finally figure out how to work these boats. Push off, traveling across the water.
Meantime, since she's in the boat with Snapjaw, she's gonna try to learn Draconic from him, but
Yeah, I mean, if you want to learn, if you want to use downtime to learn a skill, we can definitely probably learn.
yeah,
a
I'll do
language.
that.
Okay, so I will make a note of that, and I'll let you know when you basically know on it.
Okay. Just so that way somebody has it.
So-
BMOC does not want to learn Draconic, just so you know.
He
He
must,
specifically will regard Draconic.
yeah, he spits on the ground at the sounds and the syllables. I speak giant, the most beautiful language. All right, so as you guys are traveling along, Hawkeye is speaking to Snapjaw, kind of like making sounds, and he's making sounds back, and she's kind of trying to figure out like the rudimentary words for different things. Like she points to the boat, canoe. Then Snapjaw, once he kind of figures it out, he responds in the Draconic language for what the. After about an hour's worth of travel, there is a bank far end that you all will need to roll me perception checks.
Ooh. I should be good at this. I am good at this.
All right, keeping sight through the marsh. On the water, there are some willows and other trees and everything. Every once in a while, you will spot movement, seeing animals, maybe a crow, turtles and everything.
Uh-oh.
There's a fire.
lunch.
Yep, there's a fire with turtle soup on a spigot. You keeping a close eye for any sign of danger or trouble. You see nothing, so you may keep going.
Yeah, Grava definitely sees nothing. I don't know what she's looking at.
No. Staring at the bottom of the boat in case water comes through.
They are kind of old. Her and Freddy are making eyes. That's what's going on. Look at those numbers.
Oh. Would that be an orangutan moment?
No.
No. No orangutan.
Okay.
No. No, says I. No.
Right. Traveling along with Snapjaw. It's pretty easy enough. He knows exactly where he's going. After another hour seeing nothing, you finally see an area up ahead, close to the river, a little ways off, barren. A rising structure.
God, is this home?
Snapjaw does that frill, like that little like hiss thing, but it's not threatening. Then points ahead and then shakes his head, looks to you, Hawkeye.
I'm gonna consider that a yes.
Shakes or nods?
Nods.
I was like, I'm gonna consider that as a yes.
I think of like shake yes or shake no, but yes, he's nodding. Nodders.
Nodder.
This is it.
I hardly know her.
Snapjaw says this is it. As I point where Snapjaw pointed.
And so you see,
Well,
up ahead on the bank there, up ahead on the river, there is a bank with many other canoes. It does not seem like any other creature is nearby, but now
Dang it.
might be a good time to figure out how you will proceed forward.
yeah.
Yes, I think we should dock and proceed. Foot quieter.
Do we dock here?
Well, there are no docks. I think we just land the boat, leave
Run
there.
aground. Yeah.
Yes.
Snapjaw, where put boats?
Snapjaw looks to you, cocks his head.
I think you are overestimating his ability to understand basic. Let's just run them aground here and make plain. I think Freddie and I, since we're in one boat, we're just taking our boat to shore and hoping that you guys follow.
BMOC steers the canoe, he and your Raver in and follows them.
I think with VMAC here, stealth isn't going to be our first option.
This is probably true, but also I think being in these canoes, if we are spotted, will be tactically unsound.
Oh, here, I'll do this. Hold on, I need to find it.
But we are with Snapjaw here, and
I'm gonna do pass without a trace.
Here.
I am hoping Lizardman will take us on foot quieter.
Okay, so
There we go.
Somebody had passed out a trace in this campaign, right?
I just used it.
Yep, Hawkeye uses pass without a trace. So everybody, if you wish to sneak forward, you gain a +10 bonus to any stealth check.
And how long does that last for an hour?
For 1 hour.
Perfect. Okay. We have to stay within like 30 feet of her, but that's fine.
Yeah.
That's level 2, correct? I think. Yeah.
Without a trace. Yep, level 2. Also, at this time, if you guys, because you did take a rest, if you wish to prepare a different set of spells for today, go ahead.
And suddenly the oars don't make so much splashy noises, right?
I do not have that option.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think only myself and
Hawkeye.
Traps.
Yeah, I'm looking at spells.
Hawkeye,
I have an app
believe,
on my phone.
Yep, I believe you can prepare a total of 9 spells. Yep.
Yeah.
9.
You have Animal Friendship, always prepared. Speak with Animals, always prepared. Misty Step, always prepared. Rest, You see those stars? Those are the ones that you have prepared. So if you wish to change any. Ooh. Health pot. Squeege gives Freddy a health pot, so we're gonna hold on to that.
All right.
He is not hurt.
I like health potions. Health
Now
potions
he
are
drinks
good.
it now. He feels.
He drinks it
I mean,
now.
he was a. Yeah, it's like a coffee. He
It's
was
like
a little lagging.
Like a strawberry
overheal?
smoothie. No.
Is that a thing?
No.
Can I,
Yeah.
No, you
can I
may
just
not.
have permanent temporary hit points?
Yep. All right, so as Hawkeye's looking through her list,
Sorry.
we go to the bank, and everybody is kind of pushing onto the bank. Snapjaw quickly gets out, pulls up
Quietly.
his canoe. Everybody looks around, still no other creatures around. Here's that any lizard folk may be on the water, out hunting, or back at their own home. It is, let's say, probably between 8 and 9 o'clock in the morning.
As soon as Urava's feet are on the ground, she has her bow in hand.
Yeah, Freddy makes for a bush. Takes cover, hiding.
Thought that was going somewhere else.
Just to take a dump.
Yeah, like honestly.
For
Mock,
level 3, I'm gonna keep those the same. I'm just looking at level 1 spells and level 2.
Maybe he's doing both. You don't know. Come hide in the bush with him and find out.
Nope. Urava sees Freddy going to a bush and kind of goes towards a different area of
Well,
bushes.
Brush. How about that brush?
Enoch starts looking through the different boats that are pulled up on shore, just to get an idea what might be in some of them.
I want to, if I can, Ryan, I want to kind of like just look around the camp with my bow, keep my eye out, and see if I can see any like signs of anyone having recently been here.
It's pretty readily apparent that this is a well-traveled, trafficked area.
Okay.
You don't find anything that's immediate, that shows immediately that somebody was here recently, but well enough that it sees use pretty much every day.
He's
Okay.
also looking for signs of which direction people would go from here.
Okay, so the direction would be east. You have the river
Is
kind of.
that the only direction they would go? I mean, is there like
The river cuts kind of north and south. You see areas where canoes probably were but are no longer there yet. So logic and reason leads you to believe that the traffic to and from is east to west. So there must be a camp further along inwards to the east where you think the castle might be. Otherwise, they likely travel by river. So wherever they
But
want.
we were able to like see somewhat the tower itself, right? From
Yes.
the water.
So like you're in the marsh, so the trees don't really go up very high. So you could
Gotcha.
see in the distance like the castle ramparts and stuff. Now that you're at the bank where you're lower than the tree line, it's a little more difficult to see. But you do know that it was off to the east a little bit of a distance.
Snapjaw.
He hisses and goes by you.
He Beamock points towards where the castle is, or, where he thinks it is. It's to the east of us, yes?
Yes.
Is this best way to approach castle? Your home?
And then he actually sits down like kind of sumo style again and begins marking in the ground.
He drawing like a map?
Yeah. Seems like he has kind of taken after your lead, drawing pictures in the ground. He draws a very rudimentary like a cylinder, kind of seeming to be the castle. And then he draws the river, and then in between he draws many lines, dot lines between
Dotted lines?
like like short lines. So between the river and the castle, he's drawing something in between, and then kind of like a puts his hands up like a pushing motion, looking at you as he's looking at the lines.
A fence.
Go ahead and make me an investigation check.
Oh. Investigation. Oh, this.
Roll good, and it doesn't matter. Never mind.
I'm gonna take.
P.6 looking at him like.
Instead of
just kind of looking at him like. Ureva. He like motions to Ureva. Please come, chieftain. Please.
Ureva will walk over.
He points down to this strange map. Snapjaw's trying to tell P.6 something, but P.6 does not understand.
All right, let me
tell you.
Go ahead, roll investigation.
Oh, I'm not doing a whole lot better than you, buddy.
All right,
you know what? I'll try.
Okay.
Nope.
That was on an 18 for a little bit, and I got excited.
So it's kind of difficult to get exactly what he's meaning. P.6 mentioned a fence. Ureva, you think that not quite like a physical fence, but maybe he's talking about like something in between the castle and the river to prevent people from getting close. But as to what exactly that means, you're not sure.
I see them over there, like all huddled together, like a football huddle, and like scratching their chins and.
Yeah.
What?
Going, I don't fucking. This is nothing. What is this?
What is going on over there, guys?
It's drawing map, but this map is generous tone we would use.
Uthar,
can I go over and take a look at the map?
Freddy, help.
Yes. Okay, Freddy. So as you go over, kind of trying to see what's going on, you see carvings in the dirt, and Snapjaw kind of like that. His body language is like, come on, guys, like. What more do I need to do, you know?
I want to help, since I have not rolled, I want to help Fred, give him advantage, so maybe... Oh,
I gave him guidance, too.
Right, Hawkeye gives Freddy guidance. Freddy, as you attempt to piece together in your mind, you know this.
Well, I know a thing.
You might give Snapjaw a rash.
Snapjaw laps it up hungrily.
I like put like a finger out to Snapjaw, like I and like shake it. I'm like, I get you. Freddy will then cast Prestidigitation on his right palm and hold it out to the rest of the party, and on it you guys will see a small little regional map of like the river going north-south and like us along the bank, and then the castle Naratar off in the distance, and in between it you guys see a whole bunch of like little figures walking about like sentries and guards and a whole bunch of picket lines. The castle has defenses, and he's saying that between here and there, well, there's guards.
Oh.
Yes, each of the drawn little men have been much more clear than what...
Ureva will look at Freddy and say, how many guards? I still have 31 arrows.
Snapjaw actually
32 guards, damn it.
Snapjaw actually like thrills his gills at this, seeing Freddy with the Prestidigitation, and kind of like moves about kind of happily. Seeming to say like, yes, that's it. That's what he meant.
Can I try to discern a rough number of guards that he is suggesting based off his drawing?
You may. What do you say?
Oh, I thought he was gonna roll. Never mind.
No, just like looking at the drawing.
Oh, looking at the drawing.
Does he have like guard posts or anything like that?
No, he's just using the drawing to try and convey an idea. So
okay.
Like numbers would not have weighed into it.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Then I turn to Snapjaw and say, Snapjaw, how many men?
He cocks his head again and looks about, kind of like searching for a response, perhaps trying to figure out what you're saying.
Maybe keep adding men to your projection until he seems confused.
I was just doing that. So I take my hand, like I turn it towards him, and I point at like the little guardsmen that are walking around, and then like I start like adding them, then take them away, and then I look at him like questioningly, start adding them one at a time to the thing, but like until he gets it.
He watches,
kind of like pointing and looking at him, like, "Come on, buddy."
He watches for a while.
Grab a handful of arrows and hand them to Freddy. Say, "Here, if you need more fingers."
He watches for a while,
one at a time.
Looking at you. Add, take away, add and take away. After a little bit, Snapjaw kind of like nods his head, and holds his hands up, and one by one puts fingers up, kind of looking at you. Ready?
Okay.
Looking for like a sign of understanding from you as well.
How many is he holding up?
Well, he's just holding his hands up and like one by one, very slowly putting a finger up. Kind of like he's counting.
Oh, okay.
I have an idea. So, is there any water nearby?
Yeah, you're right by the river.
All right, so I'm gonna do my cantrip shape water, and like just create people, and like tell me when to stop.
Oh, what is this?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
There's like a whole bunch of background noise. I don't know what that is.
Otto, are you in a hurricane?
John. No, that's John.
No, that's not me.
Oh. No, my AC. Sorry.
Oh, that's your AC? What?
The figures in Freddy's image, are they human or lizard folk or?
I made a lizard folk.
Okay.
And Snapjaw did look excited at this, so you think that's probably accurate. All right, Freddy, so how do you respond? Because he's like looking at you very slowly, holding up fingers.
He's just like
he's counting. Yeah,
he's just counting.
Seems like he's waiting for a sign from you.
All right, I just like wave my hand like stop, like just to erase. And I go and I point at like the area where the guards are on the little palm map, and I just go, number, how many? Many men? Few men?
So it seems like you're kind of on the same page right now. He points to the places where he drew the lines, and then his hands grow bigger. Makes that sign where like his hands are together, and then they get bigger.
I'm not sure what you mean.
Are you watching the stream?
Like many men.
More. Add more.
Yeah, so like if you put your hands together and then you expand them.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Like keep going. Okay.
Yep.
So I start adding to the little image.
Right. So as you're adding, get to probably about 15 or 20 between that number, and then Snapjaw nods his head.
All right. stop there and I close my palm. Image fades. It seems to be there's about 15 or 20 guys defending as sentries on the outside. Probably a lot more inside.
Yes.
But these are Snapjaw's people.
It would appear so.
As Snapjaw is kind of listening to you, he starts poking himself in the chest and hissing and speaking in his language.
Do I know at that point what he tried to say?
No, you do not know Draconic yet.
It takes like
Yeah,
I was like, I
takes a
know
while.
weeks or something.
I know little, but
Yeah, you know, you would know like canoe and water, but he didn't say any
the
word that you
equivalent of knowing
recognize. Yeah.
queso when you go to a Mexican restaurant. Like, I totally speak Spanish. Queso.
Un
Margarita.
cerveza. Un cerveza.
Cerveza and queso. I guess that guy wants cheese and beer. I don't know what to do with him.
El baño.
I mean, that's a good one to have.
Donde es el baño? That's all you need.
Snipjaw. I point at the little figure versions of his people, and then like to us, and then hold up my sword, and then like make like I'm getting hit by my sword. I'm trying to convey the idea: are they going to attack us to him through that gesture?
He shakes his head and like an aggressive hiss. Shakes his head. He does not nod his head. He shakes his head, and then he holds his hands up like in a wait motion, and then he points to you, Freddy, and then grabs your hand, like your palm, and then he slaps the top.
I bring up the map again after a few fancy words and some waving of my other hand.
He shakes his head, yes, and then he kind of positions you on the other side. So there's the group, and then there's Snapjaw, and then there's you, Freddy, and then he points to your hand, and then he points to himself.
I think he wants to go first and keep us from hurting and them from hurting.
I think he's saying that he can guide us into the castle without harm.
This is what I get.
Create a cloud of smog.
Can I
Wait,
roll an
so-
investigation to determine if that is what,
Yeah.
what he's saying?
Yeah, roll
So
investigation.
I help you by guidance since it's already on there.
All right, Freddy, you're fairly certain that he's kind of pointing to himself as if he wants you to make an image of himself in your palm.
Okay.
I change the image then, and we have a little Snapjaw sitting in my palm.
Right. So his body kind of shakes from the neck down in excitement, and then Snapjaw like looks around, holds his hands up as like a don't move motion, walks away to the party. Spencer, redeem comprehend languages potion. Sorry, not an option right now. All right, so Snapjaw goes back to the party and then kind of makes a show of like walking, like exaggerated, walks up to Freddy and like talks to the lizard folk that you just made in your hand, Freddy. And then turns around, walks back to the party, and then exaggerates like a come on motion with his hand, like come on, follow me, and then walks past you. And then turns back to look at the party like, yes, yes.
I'm gonna follow.
Did you guys get that?
Yeah, follow.
Well,
I guess I'm trying to get the details. Like he wants to lead to talk to his people, and then talk to them to get us through.
Go ahead and roll me insight.
So that's
Cast
what I'm
guidance on
hearing.
that. Oh, never mind. He already rolled.
Go ahead and roll a d4, Freddy.
All right.
Also, that was investigation if your stats are different.
Well,
What's up?
This one would
You rolled
be. This one would be
investigation, not
insight.
insight.
Yep. This one would be
Oh.
insight.
Oh, insight.
Yeah.
It
I
is
don't know if
different.
your stat is different. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Yes, Freddy. You're fairly certain that his meaning is to go ahead, talk to the lizard folk, and then bring you guys through after he talks with the lizard folk. Thinking like he's going to basically let his people know what's going on and that you guys are okay.
All right.
Get past the
Or they're
pickets.
gonna come back and slaughter us, but we'll find out.
Oh, all right.
So we have to trust him to clear the way through the lizard folk.
I mean, he probably doesn't want us to kill any more of his people than necessary. Right. So,
And he knows if we just start strolling up there, some hostilities are probably going to ensue.
Right.
for you guys, I can make myself into look like a lizard folk. I'll be cool. I can't talk with them, but I can look like them.
Follow
he'll be the
Snapchat.
mute, he'll be the mute cousin Eddie.
Yeah,
I mean,
just kind of like doing a lot of
like-
shoulder rolls and
I could do the same thing in
There
two
we go,
different
we got
ways.
two lizard folk.
I can just put arrows through them, so.
Erava's solution to everything. Just put an
Murder it.
arrow in it.
Yeah. You'll look like a lizard folk to them.
Well,
if
BMOC
they
already
can't
trusts
see anymore.
BMOC already trusts him because he cut him loose. So, or
Yeah.
said we should cut him loose. I think BMOC guy's the one that cut him loose.
Freddy will turn to Snapjaw, like nod at him and give the thumbs up. Hey.
All right, Snapjaw kind of frills, giving an excited shake and hiss, and then so he actually starts walking forward to the east, looking back to see if you guys are following.
We do.
Following.
BMOC does.
No,
Following
Not on
a
the
short
path.
distance behind.
Okay. As he's walking forward, he keeps looking back to make sure you guys are still following, and within sight. Does not seem like he wants to pull ahead so that you guys are cannot be found. Kind of just far enough ahead that like he's obviously in front guiding you, but you guys are still within acceptable distance.
BMOC gets off the path and into the marshlands.
Right, VMOC. Wade into the marshes. The beaten path. It's not protecting you from the waters and the leeches.
this seems unnecessary, Vimok. You're going to get what? Do you know what waterlog is? You are going to be waterlogged. Please stay on land.
French foot is not a good thing, my friend.
He's going to lose toes.
But if those lizard folk come after us, BMOC does not want to be seen so easily.
Yes, but if they come after us and you are nipple deep in water, you will be less effective with blades.
Yes, and being nipple deep in water, you are not quiet.
And Ureva will
He's
kind
not
of
quiet when
look
he's
at
on
Uthar
land.
and just say, "Do you think the water gets that deep?"
He's very heavy.
I do forget that he's heavy, but he's also
He's like
super tall.
almost 8 feet tall.
Yeah, so it probably
That's
goes
fair
up to
point.
like goes up to his
Rock
knees.
Yeah. But it would just be better if you stay on land for now. Do not worry. The lizards will work with us, I believe.
And he comes out of the marsh.
Okay.
She'll look. Ureva will look at Vmak and say, "Have no worries. If one tries to sneak up on you, I'll throw an arrow through its eye."
Mm.
You'll throw or you'll shoot?
Literally throw, javelin, toss an arrow.
Javelin kind of pokes him, and it hurts.
I mean,
and
I
does
sure
blind
hope
him,
it's
but-
as good as the bow.
The bow is really just for formality. Just
Every time
javelin
you shoot
tosses
your
them.
bow, you're actually just like holding the arrow, and the string doesn't do anything. You just throw it.
I mean,
With my little fingers. Pew!
Make little gun fingers while she's doing it. Pew pew.
all right, Snapjaw, where are we going?
Well, he's way up ahead of us. We're just being cool. Everybody.
Well, I'm behind him.
Well, yeah, but we're like 30, 40 feet back, right? Because we were giving him a pretty good.
I was giving him like
Right.
20.
Leeway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yep.
Following a short distance behind.
Yes. So that his people don't freak out.
Well, and we want to be quiet too.
Right.
I also have that, pass without a trace on?
Yes, you do.
Do you still have that on?
Last an
I
hour.
don't remember. Is
Last
that
an hour.
concentration though?
Pass without a trace is an hour. Concentrate.
Yeah. Then when you cast guidance, you killed it.
Oh shoot.
I thought you knew that.
No, I didn't.
We were like just chilling on a beach, so I thought you were cool with it, or I would have asked you, "Are you sure you want to do?"
No, I didn't know.
Yep. All right. So
I'll cast it again then.
Say, yeah, next time you use it, wait until we're actually trying to like roll stealth for it.
I mean, to be fair, we didn't know what we were gonna do on that beachhead.
It's all good.
Harry.
It's all good.
right. So as you guys traveling forth, soon you see up ahead in the distance, Snapjaw kind of slow down a little bit, and then he looks to and fro, and then suddenly other lizard folk come out, hiding places. He talks with them for a bit extensively, and for a moment you're kind of worried about the portents of this. But he looks behind and points to you all, and the other lizard folk see, and they do not raise their weapons. I talk with him a little bit more in length.
And Freddy's just standing there idly.
Soon enough, Snapjaw turns back, and he waves you all forward.
All right. So we
Roger on
like
forward.
to follow him, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We can.
Motley crew approaches.
Right. As you all approach, you see 3 lizard folk with weapons in hand, their makeshift clubs and spiked shields. At your approach, do not raise them in defense or aggression, but wait for you to get closer. And as you do get closer, there's a bit of silence as they're looking you up and down, kind of hissing to each other. Soon, another speaks up. It's guttural voice. You, friend?
Aye.
I nod.
Emot grunts, smiles,
You help?
offers a
Yes.
ration.
Bullywug?
Bullywug bad.
At this, they all kind of like nod. Bullywug bad.
Bullywug arrow. And Ireva points to an arrow.
Clapping their
One check
hands.
mine today.
Clapping their hands.
Bullywug, and then I'll snap my finger and do a little fire.
Seems that this lizard folk, though still very rudiment. Excuse me, I keep hiccuping. Even though still very rudimentary in his understanding of common, speaks a little bit more common words than Snapjaw. He points to the east and looks at you each. Castle?
I nod. Castle.
Yes.
Follow. All of the lizard folk kind of turn. Look back to see that you all are following them. Are you following?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so after a short distance, you all end up.
Where's John?
Sorry.
Jamna's with you. She's just
Okay.
kind of, yeah, she's just kind of keeping her silent.
Gee.
She's a mute today.
Oh no, that's terrible.
Not like we don't make fun of her anyways.
Making fun of people is rude.
You're being quiet, gnome.
Yeah, I would never
They
make
laugh
fun of
about
anyone.
it.
She, without looking at you, she kind of speaks from about your knee height. Well, sometimes it's best to observe than speak. come to an area where you see castle off east. You are in an area now. There is a landing.
Holy map.
Just down to the south appears to be an animal stockade. There are giant lizards penned there. The 5-foot-high wall of the stockade is made from sturdy logs driven into the earth, spaced about 6 inches apart, bound together with twisted fiber.
It's burnable.
Oh, we see where you're going already.
Hey, look. No evil if there's no castle. Burn this bitch to the ground.
And in the pen, you actually see 6 giant lizards. To the north, all these huts are small, like mud huts. You actually see a number of bullywugs there, but these are log houses.
Oh, that's easy. Just
It's
throw
still morning, right?
fired at it.
It's probably like 9 o'clock. Yeah.
Okay.
Figures are moving about. You see bullywugs up here, kind of sticking to themselves. You don't see a whole lot of lizard folk. Perhaps they're in log houses. Giant lizards over here, and then castle is right there.
Okay, that's.
You said the bullywugs are over that way?
Yes.
Is right where? Which one?
This guy. That's the
Yep.
castle.
You can see. You should be able to see the light kind of poking out right there.
Yeah. Just.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
And the few moments of apprehension and anxiety with your being there doesn't seem to have any effect. Or those looking at you, seeing you with the lizard folk, don't seem to be paying you any extra mind.
I'm gonna have my produce flame in my hand.
Okay.
To be ready to throw.
And
You're just walking around with it cocked back the whole time.
Yes.
Well, I mean, if they seem cool, then.
And so
Right.
quickly,
Kill all these people.
the lizard folk usher you towards the east.
Follow lizard folk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna follow the lizard folk.
Kind of ushering you across the way.
Got a little laggy when you were moving all.
We were flying.
Everybody was trying to move at once, and it got a little weird.
I'm moonwalking the whole way.
That's devilry. And get burned at the stake right around here. He moves backwards as if forwards.
The longhouses are made from reeds bound into long, thick bundles and bent into upside-down U-shaped ribs. The spaces between the ribs are latticed and thatched with more reeds. Each longhouse has a single woven door in the center of one end wall. The construction technique used in the longhouses is quite ingenious.
Oh.
Huts. A dozen or more huts are placed haphazardly on the boggy ground. Each is shaped like a slightly flattened dome. The doorways are open, but a low, short tunnel forces a creature to crawl into the hut. They are made of reeds woven through a lattice, with a generous layer of mud, grass, and dung smeared over the whole thing. Mud, swamp water, and muck slops between the huts and even floors in and out of the low open doorways. Those are the bullywug huts up north. as you walk past, you see the entrance, its main gate. Here. Will open.
Right here.
Yep, you walk in and you see castle entrance. There are a few bullywugs inside. Some of them turn to see you, but actually don't pay any mind. They see a bunch of lizard folk with a bunch of humans.
Beg your pardon?
And
Hello? Rude.
Hello?
Wow.
I don't think anybody here's a human.
Humanoids. Yeah, humanoids. They see a bunch of lizard folk with a bunch of humanoids. It doesn't really worry them. They look and then look off right away, which is interesting, to say the least. You reason that it is not a weird thing to see humanoids in camp in this castle.
Oh.
And though there are none about right now, perhaps they're inside. But nevertheless, the lizard folk rush you inside.
Follow them inside.
To their...
I guess we're all just piling in this little thing. It's getting crowded.
It is very small.
Especially with P.6 about to be in there.
Ureba, I am claustrophobic.
And Ureva will kind of look inside and say, perhaps we would prefer to watch guard and just listen from the outside, P.6?
I don't even know what claustrophobic means. I'm kidding.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
But yes, I could stand guard outside if you need me to.
I think they wanted to hide us.
They're ashamed of us.
As they should
Wouldn't
be.
you be?
Especially that elf woman.
My mom
Just
said
kidding.
she was.
Just kidding. Just kidding. I mean, if that ugly downlander with the long blonde hair was here, no doubt.
I'll say that to Ureva's face.
Never. P.6 like stooped over, his shoulders are scraping the roof, you know. His ass cheeks are hanging out the door.
Good luck with that, bullywugs.
It's an open invitation.
Oh.
Orangutan!
Oh.
I don't know what
Let's
that
just-
means, but okay.
Let's just hope they don't attack with their tongues.
Oh,
Okay, that's big orangutan.
Attack.
There'll be some sort of assault going on.
asphalt.
You guys are all orangutans.
There's the girl who didn't sleep last night for some reason.
Listen here.
Were you
Okay.
injured really at
tried.
separate places when we were hanging out?
Yes.
Ooh. Chicka bow, chicka bow, chicka bow.
Okay, so
I
as
was
you
at my
are
home.
ushered into the log house,
Yes.
you are presented before another lizard folk that seems older than the rest.
Oh, where does he fit in here?
We'll just pretend. Okay, so as you're brought forth, the lizard folk speak to each other in their draconic language. Hawkeye, you really don't pick up much. But after a time, the older lizard folk sits up from its stool. It has some odd markings, paint on it in certain patterns. Stands up, says, I am told you are here to help us.
That's the idea. Yeah.
He turns to look at you, Freddy.
I am Freddie Bloomington. Pleasure to meet you.
Freddy. I am Whispering Reed.
It's a cool name.
Do you speak for the group?
I mean, kind of. They don't like it much, but I do anyway.
Ureba is the tribal chieftain.
True, because VMOG did say Ureba was in charge.
He glares at Freddy.
Ureva will.
She has more combat experience, yes.
Ureva will nod at VMOC and smile and thank you, VMOC. Freddy is better in this instance at our diplomatic communication since he has the magic pictures on his hand.
Oh, VMOG, not happy.
The Whispering Reed speaks up. I will speak to you then. Long have we lizard folk lived in this swamp, surviving on our own, holding ourselves against the other threats. It was easy for many moons defend against these bullywugs. As you see now, we are a different predicament. We live in a sort of harmony across the way. Though it is tentative at best.
I see they got a castle. You got, these lovely abodes.
Your words.
Our longhouses suit us well. We have few rooms in the castle, though the bullywugs claim many more than us. They bully us and kick us around with their superior numbers. We receive no aid or help from those within, as was promised. I fear for my tribe. We are used as labor, more slaves than allies. Do not think we will last much longer, unless we are to take up arms. But if we take up arms, I fear the superior numbers will overwhelm us. Tell me, how is it you can help?
I have no issue killing bullywugs.
I
Do we
have
not-
wolves.
Do we
Hateful
not
creatures.
simply need to kill their leader? And they will turn on themselves?
Their leader is a vile creature.
Well, he shall
I
be
say
a
kill
goal
them
and will
all.
kill many along the way.
Question, but do you have a book on Draconic?
We have no use for books, though you likely to find some in the castle.
It's good enough for me.
Their leader, named Farblek Splattergoo.
Well, he's gonna splatter like you in a second.
Would not be too sure. Would not be too sure of yourself. You only see but a fraction of the number that is the bullywug. Us lizard folk are so few now.
We rest before we go in.
Ah, yes, use our longhouses. So
It is early in the day. We are fully rested now, Hawkeye.
Yes,
I would like my other 2 levels, 2 spots back, but
that's a whole 8 hours you need.
But yeah, like it's.
Yeah.
I mean,
if we're in the middle of the day, we can't even long rest. We have to burn the whole day and then long rest overnight.
Oh.
Yep,
You
you're
can't
already
just
long
sleep in the
rested.
day.
Yep, you're already long
That's
rested.
true.
You can't. Okay.
I get you a pearl of power. Get them spells back.
Whispering Reed speaks up. May use our longhouses for whatever you need, though I would suggest you do not stay long, lest suspicions arise.
Is there a other way into castle other than one that is right outside? It's very obvious if we go in that one.
I myself not sure of another entrance unless you wish to scale the walls, though I do not advise it. Your presence has been noticed, but no suspicions have been arised, for there are constantly humanoids arriving, coming and going.
When you say constantly, should we be expecting them today?
It is
Is this a
possible.
concern that we should have? Okay, good.
It
Great.
is possible.
This is-
Those within are always resupplying their numbers.
Did have one quick question before we proceed. When you said you're used for manual labor, for what? Do you know for what purpose?
Well, those within have made a pact with our tribe leaders, myself included. The promise of free reign over the swamp, ownership of our own lands against the bullywugs. We provide hunting, bring food back, many other menial tasks. Though as of late it is more akin to slave owners than that of the past. Bullywugs, quite risen above their own station, believing themselves to be rightful owners of the swamps.
Ah, yes, they have a habit of doing that, don't they?
And as before we were able to fight them off, now as their numbers have surged, their sheer numbers are able to overwhelm us. We are secluded to a room in the southeastern part. The southeastern part of the castle.
Have you heard of the cult of the Dragon Queen?
At this, Ireva kind of tenses up at Freddy's boldness to just throw that right out there.
We in this thing.
Well, yes, they are the very creatures that we have made pact with.
Excellent.
Wait, pact? Like as in friendly?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, he just described the situation.
That means deal,
Yeah.
Hawkeye.
But they are not happy with the deal any longer.
Got it.
Ireva cracks her knuckles. We'll be more than happy to help you break that deal.
They are interred within, their leaders taking up residence. The castle is laid claim by them.
Well, perhaps it's time to clear the castle out and allow you all to take it back over entirely.
I got fire.
How do you propose to do so? You are only but 5.
Well, I mean,
Six, actually.
Can you,
for me, I can add 8 with my wolves.
can you give us an approximation of how many we can expect residing within the castle?
As we're walking past the castle, I saw at least 8 just in the entranceway alone.
Yes, I also saw many on top floor.
Yes.
And then it seems we go down.
There are
So it is a
many.
contest, yes?
Well, if we begin attacking up here, I believe more will want to come and investigate this scuffle.
I have an idea. What if we attack them from both sides? Us from within, you guys from without. We find a way to meet up with their leader upstairs, cause a scuffle, and once you guys start seeing the excitement start, then would be your time to take up your arms.
It will take time to organize all of my. I think with the right strategy, we can do just that.
So we need a reason to be inside, yes?
Well, that's an easy one. It's the cult of the Dragon Queen, right? They want dragon eggs. We're strangers from another land. Call us envoys, here to sell something to them.
Ooh, smart.
Is there have any humanoids from the cult come today, or is there anyone in there that could throw a wrench in this plan?
As we're talking about sneaking in the castle, Ireva will reach in her bag and pull out a Cult of the Dragon regalia that she has been hanging on to since they raided their camp.
What the heck is that?
She'll look up and look at the others, say, "Perhaps it is time to make use of this."
I also could... Actually, Ryan, can prestidigitation make, like, a dragon egg-sized object in my hand? Or would that be pushing it?
Dragon eggs are pretty
Like
big.
you
though.
want it to
that's
be.
what I'm saying.
You want it to be actual size.
Preferably, yes. Like it's like I actually can pull it, like, out of my pocket type of thing.
Aren't they like gigantic?
Yeah, dragon eggs are. Let me read it.
Yeah. Also, I think that if they tried to like touch it, they would just pass through it. So
Yeah.
I'm worried that illusion would go awry very quickly.
But that's the thing. It would get us in the door.
Yeah,
That's
well,
all I
Bruce
know. That's
speaking,
what
Bruce speaking,
Um,
you wouldn't let one of the guards touch it to begin with.
Exactly. Yes.
But wouldn't it be
So-
like the size of your torso?
No,
Yeah,
I
I think a full-size dragon egg would be too big because it says you can instantaneously clean or soil an object no larger than 1 cubic foot. Dragon
Well,
egg
I
would be
remember
bigger
when
than 1
Ondar
cubic
killed
foot.
those dragon eggs, and they were like the size of him. Like
Yeah.
he was having a
Yeah.
whack at them. They were big.
Yeah.
Which follows, dragons are big. So
Uh,
we could
I think it
maybe
depends on the.
fashion one.
I think it depends on the dragon. If I remember right, depends on the size of the egg. Like
Yeah.
platinum and gold dragons have the largest eggs, and then like the weak ones like
White
bronze and copper.
Weak? Weak? There's no such thing as a weak dragon.
You know what I mean.
Dragons.
The
Weaker.
smaller dragons, yes, weaker
Weaker.
dragons have smaller eggs.
I would say eggs are definitely bigger than 1 cubic foot, so I would say no.
Average
Okay,
per
could I-
Google for 5e, the average dragon egg size is about the size of a small rain barrel.
Okay.
Now look up how big a rain barrel is.
Rain barrels are pretty big. Like a small person could easily fit inside one.
Like, think beer keg, but bigger.
Yeah.
Also, I had asked the old lizard man if any of the humanoids he spoke of were in there currently, or they haven't come out. I didn't get an answer from him.
Oh, yes. We can roll with that.
Yes, there are many inside.
This is less than ideal. Customary would perhaps work for some of us, but I believe that is one robe, and our large friend is not going to fit into it.
Well, perhaps we can find a way of luring most of them out, and I can lay down thorns at the entrance.
If they just choose not to walk on thorns and just wait.
They don't
I
necessarily
also
know
have
they're there.
fog.
Yes, they do.
If they don't see it being cast, no.
I think they see the
That's
thorns,
true.
but if you put fog on top of it, I suppose it wouldn't. But also, as soon as you step in it, you might just stop moving.
Also, there is a way, like, if you cast it, they can see that you're casting it there. But if you've already casted it before they're in the area, the thorns are, like, hidden until they walk into them.
Right, so like the ones that are already in the like entryway, so to speak, would see it, but if we like cause a big enough ruckus to get a lot of people to come out, is what I'm saying, out of character. Because yeah, if they can't see the area at the time the spell is cast, they have to make a wisdom or perception check. It was just a thought.
I could become a giant lizard and run around saying, like, pretending that I'm one of the loose lizards that got out of the pen up there.
I don't know you can become a giant one, but we could just cut lizards. Like, we could just go do that also. That's a thing we could just do with a sword and some rope. I am worried that subterfuge will fail quickly if there are members of this cult in there. Bullywug is a fault, but people inside may not buy Egg Story or Lady in Robe.
Yeah.
I don't have a better plan. I just don't. I think that will fall apart, and then we will be in the middle of bad spot for it to fall apart.
I mean, I can cast the wolves again.
There's people at the door. I don't know. There's kids.
There's-
No, you can't.
There's
Well,
wolves.
you know what?
You can't cast wolves because you. Oh no, you got rid of summon beast. Right. I thought you meant yeah. Okay, summon.
Oh, bestial spirit.
Yeah, summon beast is gone, but you still have
Woodland creatures, I think is what it is.
conjure
Okay.
animals is
No.
what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not getting rid of that
Yep.
one.
Conjure animals, gotcha.
Good luck finding it in the forest.
Send phantom wolves in there. Just wait.
Well, they want to know what to do.
I'm not arguing that. I think it's hilarious because the wolves just run in and then they can't blame us. They don't know we sent those wolves in there.
Whispering Reed speaks up when she sees you take out the cult regalia. Perhaps you could disguise yourselves as part of the cult. That would get you within without suspicion, just long enough to get to our quarters within.
Do you think if
Do we still-
only 3 of us were to have disguise?
Yeah, this is out of character. Do we still have those disguises, like the cold robes that they gave us?
That's what I
don't,
just
but
pulled out.
Freddy and I
We
can use
shoulda used
disguise
earlier?
self.
If it's in your inventories.
Yeah, that's what I just pulled out because I looked at my inventory.
I have traveler's clothes.
I believe
I don't
Ireva is
know.
actually the only one that has cult
Yeah.
regalia.
But Freddy and I could disguise self. The problem is Vmok, Jamna, and Otto can't. Well, I guess Otto, you could turn into... That should be in character. You could shape into a small animal and be in the pocket.
I can.
Vmok is problem.
Vmok not problem.
Disguising Vmok problem. No, is problem. Vmok not problem. You are correct.
Vmok solve problems.
This problem we do not want to solve yet with violence.
Would you
Not
guys
all
be
problems
mad if
solved
I
with
turn?
violence.
Well, it almost certainly will at point revolve violence, but we would like to be in better position for this violence.
So if I hide in pocket, whose pocket would I hide in?
Vmok
what-
pocket.
I mean, yes, Vmok's pocket perhaps, or your Raven's pocket. It does not matter which
Treat
pocket.
Vmok like prisoner. of cult?
I thought of prisoner, but this angle seems like it is bound to fail.
Ureva, what kind of animal would you like me to be to fit in your pocket? How big are your pockets?
Ureva has like a bag, and she just kind of opens it. She's like, I'm not sure if you want to go in there with all of this, but
A lot
you
of
choose-
stinky cheese in there.
There's
if
some
you choose
wind.
this bag, you know, what would you be most comfortable being?
The safest one. But what about, I'm going to keep Greg and Renard in the hut.
Yeah, they won't have to. They won't have to stay behind.
Yeah, they'll stay behind for that.
Make sure the lizards know not to make them into a snack.
We come back there on a spit. We're lizards.
Well, Snapjaw already knows. VMOC told him.
It is either Vimak Freddy. It is either prisoner or we have to say he is a perhaps bodyguard or recruit. He could be impressive recruit. This might
That's
work
true.
well enough. He is big and scary.
I
Personal
think-
guard. Yes.
I think personal escort, guardsman, or something to that effect.
With
Be
the
more-
possibility of recruit. That way they excite.
Ryan, this is out of character, but how do I get the wild shape stuff back up again to where I could draw it into my tabs?
Oh, if you go to library,
I just forgot what that is.
yep, if you go to your library on the bottom right, then click on one-click Druid on the top. Critically Awesome Essentials Module 1.
God,
Click
thank
on
you.
spells, and that should be all your different. So I think you can go up to 1/4.
I think I could go to 1/2 now since I'm level 5.
5. That could be. That very well could.
And
Because
in
I
the
thought the
meantime,
black bear was
Oh,
1/2.
can you just
and
turn
I did the
yourself
black
into
bear.
like a garden snake?
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I'm just seeing what animals I have available.
yep, you can go up to 1/2. No,
Or just-
no flying speed, but you can have swimming speed now.
Or a cat?
and Ryan, you said we only have one cult outfit, correct?
That's all I'm seeing, unless you have more.
I don't
What?
have one.
Ireva will.
Say, I have one. I don't know if anybody else has one.
I do.
So
Oh,
I have
you
two.
do? You could. Well, no, VMOC's too big. I was gonna say because you have disguise self, right?
I do. Yes.
Could we squeeze VMOC into your?
Well, okay. Not the spell. I have disguise kit.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's different. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then the plan is still the same. I
So
thought you
my-
had disguise self because you
No,
talked about
my-
being a lizard people.
My plan was to get the hat of disguise at some point for that.
Gotcha.
But as far as being able to be a lizard folk, I can just do like a silent image on myself. Just I can't have anybody walk in my square essentially. And I'd have to do really good performance roll trying to make up a language, or I'd just be a mute like you.
Or just dress yourself in cult robes.
Well, that was out of character, referring to being a lizard folk earlier. But I can be a cultist. Do you want me to be a cultist? So then what's Uthar?
Well, if you have a cult
just
robe and I have
yeah.
I have
I
a cult
can
robe and you're not
disguise myself.
using it, then he can use one. He can use your cult robe that you have, and I'll use mine.
He said he can do disguise self.
That's what.
Hawkeye fit in your bag. VMOC.
Is your
Be
guard?
VMOC.
VMOC is VMOC.
Why would just the regular cultists have a guard?
Does Freddy's look sickly? Freddy, I don't know. Use your disguise kit to look sickly.
I can do that. Easy.
He's so frail.
The problem is that we were seen walking into this hut. Everyone knows what we look like.
Except for me, because I'm going to be in a bag.
Well, if we
Also, I
walk,
think Jamna maybe that should be in character, but I think Jomna may have to stay here to avoid additional suspicions. Unless you were going to also change into a small animal and go in the bag.
Jamna, do you have a plan?
Jamna says, well, we walked right into camp without being taking any special notice. I think the element of surprise is still on our side. I think we should capitalize. If we can get within the castle walls without alerting at all, I think that stands our best chance of finding anything out whatsoever. This Whispering Reed tells of a balance of power that I think we should look further into and try to do what we may. Perhaps the cult is only in charge for the time being, and if we could imbalance that power and sow chaos, our own movements within would definitely be. Tell me, Whispering Reed, who is truly in charge here? And Whispering Reed responds, our own tribe elder was slain by Farblex, Suncaller. His absence had left quite a hole and left us without strong leadership, for that we have suffered. Our own leadership is somewhat divided, though we are still one tribe. As for the castle itself, half-dragon Resmir lays claim over the castle. But the one that we see is Dralmor Borngrey. He has aided us lizard folk quite a lot.
Another half-dragon, you say?
Dralmor is not a half-dragon. He is one of you. And the lizard folk holds out her hand to Ireva.
An elf?
Yes. Dralmor has attempted to teach us the arts of metalwork, though I do admit we do not have a talent for it.
But would you want Dralmor spared then?
I do not know that his intentions are quite genuine. Hear tell that he wishes for the good of us and our tribe, simply because he finds more use against Resmir's wishes. Cannot openly give us favoritism over the bullywugs, but he does in more subtle way. We have a stockpile of weapons within, thanks to him. Unknown to the bullywugs.
All right. Well, as Jamna says, if we are going to sow chaos, how might be the best way to go about it? Is there a weak point in the social structure here?
Find this Farblex and kill him.
Yes, I thought this was plain. I just wanted to get us through the first few floors without having to engage entire town.
I agree. Just want to make sure that that's the right target, that there might not be something better to do.
Find Farblex, kill him, then the half-dragon, yes?
Resmir, is she here? He here? It here?
I think it's a she. On my notes, I have she, so I'm
it is
going
a she. Yep, it is a she.
Okay.
Whispering Reed speaks up. The half-dragon is interred within currently.
Yeah, to remind you, because this... Sorry.
Along with Dralmor and their forces. Farblex is interred within as well, though if you seek his head, I believe it will be hard coming, for he is constantly surrounded by...
Would not be hard, and P.6 like lovingly strokes his glaive. It would not be hard, not at all. No.
It wouldn't be easy to get Farblacks to attack us too. Bullywogs are extremely prideful. All we have to do is insult them, and they would make the first move against us.
And perhaps if we, again back to cultists, if we were to go in as cultists and he attack us, perhaps we sow more chaos between cultists and Bullywog.
Just my thinking exactly.
It may not work, but it's worth a shot.
Plus, since they would be the first ones to attack, we would have the moral high ground.
Secretly aggressive.
Secretly aggressive.
Secretly aggressive.
Uh-huh.
Insulting without being insulting. I think Freddy can pull that off. I like that plan. Actually, I'm going to tweak that plan slightly. When P.6 will be my bodyguard, I will make myself look older and more frail, human. This is better than saying he is just so, a young man's bodyguard. I don't want to be
whenever we go.
Burbog in there anyway.
Oh, just let me know whenever we go so I can switch and have the most time available in being in that form.
Yes.
I might just do like a little snake or something so I can curl up.
All right.
P.6 says, I like this plan, and stands up and hits his head on the roof. Oh! Kneels back down.
Freddy's going to start changing into cultist robes and gear.
Looks around to see how many cool points he lost.
All of them.
+1 role
He didn't
play.
have many. He didn't have many to begin with.
+1 role play.
When you hit the roof, you were like Sonic, and just all your cool coins fell out.
Whenever we're about to walk out is when I'll actually do my wild shape, but just I wanted to have that on there just so you know, like I'm using one.
Yeah, same for my disguised self. And like I said, it'll be dressed in the same robe finery that the other two are wearing, more or less. But I want to look like maybe like an even skinnier 50 to 60-year-old kind of pale human, like looking like the classic mage. Very frail looking, but looks useful.
Okay.
The best way I could describe it.
All right. Whispering Reed speaks up. I think it is a good plan, but not sure all of the lizard folk will be on board. We'll certainly get you within. I think we need to speak with the rest of the tribe to get on the same in the same canoe with this.
Do they not
Jamna says,
So take all the time you need to get your people on board.
Jamna says, yes, I think getting in will be the hard part. Once we're inside, we can move about as cultists. I believe you said that you had walked among the cult before. Easy enough. Perhaps this will be a fortuitous time as well. Once we are within, we can speak with the rest of these lizard folk and make sure that we have a force to attack with. Or if they are not on board, I do not wish to be fighting two fronts all on our own.
Absolutely.
I can certainly get in on my own. I see you are all prepared. We ready to move forward, perhaps?
What was
Ready
the name
when you are.
out of character? What was the name of the leader again that we're talking to? I forget his name.
Orblex or
The lizard folk?
Lizard folk. Yep.
Whispering Reed.
That's right. Whisper Reed. Whispering. That makes more sense.
Also, not that it's big important because it has been a while, but this was back when Oh God, what was his name? My barbarian. He was the one who saw.
Knocked?
Yeah, knocked. Resmir was. Remember, we chased her out of Baldur's Gate. She took the road, and we expect her to be here first. He told you guys all that stuff.
Yeah.
So we definitely know she's here. Or you guys do. Uthar doesn't know shit.
Whispering Reed says, "Okay. Let us move within. I think it would be best if you went along with us. We'll take you to our section."
Out of character, do I need to disguise myself for this part, or?
I think we're just going to meet with the lizard folk, or are we going inside the castle?
Going inside the castle.
Okay.
All right.
Meet with the lizard folk, and then to go meet with the bullywog leader.
And kill him, yes?
Just whatever best time to actually go into the snake is when I'll do it. But just so I don't forget the wild shape on there.
So you're not doing wild shape right now?
Well, do I need the... It was more like, do I need the disguise right now, or do I need it when we do the bullywug?
Probably
That's up-
should do it
that's
to
up to
get
you.
in the castle, right?
Yeah.
Then I'll do it now and go in Ureba's little bag as my little snake and curl up in there.
Yeah. VMOC has to stay. Actually, hold on. Because VMOC is my charge, I gotta be where Freddy is. VMOC has to stay one step behind me and to the left at all times.
Right.
Because you're my bodyguard, and that's how it works.
Right.
Everybody knows it.
Ureba
I like this
with
plan.
them.
I'm excited for when it totally falls apart on us.
Exactly.
I'm so tiny.
Like all good plans in D&D. Let's see how we fuck this up.
How
No,
quickly it completely falls apart.
no plan survives encounter with the enemy.
No, all it takes is one bad roll, and it just falls apart. One deception check that rolls a 3, and it's like, well,
Shit.
start slaughtering our enemies.
Right, so
We
the lizard
tried
folk
so
move
hard.
up. You guys have free movement?
Okay.
Yeah, oh, sorry. That was a bit too far. There we go.
Just for like placing token reasons, I'll put it next to Ureba, but I'm
Yep.
technically in the same space as Ureba.
Yep.
Little pocket snake.
So as you
I'm a
move
small
up,
buddy, little snake.
move up to the main gate, there's a 12-foot wide, 10-foot high gateway, not closed. They sag on their hinges so badly it's not even worth the effort of levering them into place for any reason short of an imminent attack. You see inside the barbican there are many bullywugs kind of moving about in the muck, and it is muddy as all hell in here. As at the lizard folks approach, the bullywugs each turn, some holding spears. They give out some croaks, to which the lizard folk respond. Bullywugs look back to your party, look at Freddy, and then point at him, and then a few more words are exchanged in a language that you do not know. But they do move aside, let you all continue inward. But as they move in, the lizard folk are smacked by the butt ends of spears, and there is some frog laughing. Lizard folk do not react.
Neither do I. Like, I pretend I don't even notice, really.
Yeah, it's gotta look it's gotta be normal to us to see them be chill.
Yeah, like literally just strut on by, confidently looking like we belong here.
The only problem with tokens right now that I have to reselect all of them out.
Yeah. Is it supposed to be super dark in here?
Yep.
Okay. Just want to make sure the lighting wasn't bugged.
That is correct. Lighting. I'll get your dark visions on. Who does not have dark? Freddy's got dark vision.
Yes.
Rava's got dark vision.
I do. I think the only one that doesn't is VMod.
You're in a bag.
You're inside of a bag. You see nothing.
Yeah, but
Yeah, you be
does
quiet,
not.
bag
Okay.
snake.
Yeah, Uthar and
Bag
VMOG
snake.
don't. So,
I'll,
Bag
like-
snake.
I'll poke wherever, like, her body's.
I just
Yeah, like
I
I'll
just imagine
smack it.
I just imagine
Do snakes
Hawkeye
have
being
dark
like a
vision?
little
'Cause I
snake
think
giving
you're
a
just-
play bite, like
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
As soon as we get to like the darker area, like right here at the edge of this, I quietly turn to VMOC and with my old man staff, I kind of poke at him and say, "Torch."
torch.
I'm trying to sell this thing. So
Oh god, here
he's
come
my
the
ward and he has to light the torch.
Here comes the grandpa,
Grandpa Spider.
Yep. Give me a torch there, sonny.
You know, whippersnapper.
Okay.
Yes, my lord.
VMOC pulls out a torch.
Lights a torch.
Here you go. Now you have a torch.
Continue on.
That must be torture.
Many of the bullywugs are kind of watching you guys walk past. Their attention's watching your every movement.
Urava's just gonna sit down back there to have a little
No.
coloring session.
Mine was my thing was lagging really bad.
Oh,
So
okay. Okay.
I was like, I have no say in where we go at the moment.
But
keep
none
going.
of,
I tell you to, bag snake.
Passenger.
none of them stop.
We keep on keeping on with our friends here. Half steps. Here we go.
Sudden comes to a screeching halt.
I'm just trying to imagine Urava carrying around Hawkeye and then pulling her out like a rope and then just like whipping her at someone. In mid-air, she transforms into a bear.
That's not a bad idea. That sounds like an awesome idea.
Ouch.
Throw in a
We need
spider.
to do
Yeah,
that.
that'd be awesome.
Well, the key would be to make sure you can do it in one turn. Is you got to throw the snake at a wall hard enough to do like 1 damage, so that it dies. She becomes human and then can instantly become the bear.
What would that attack be called? The bear slam?
Silent bear attack.
Bear smash! Yeah, this is not moving too great for me.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
It's a big map.
Yeah,
It's a big map, a lot of stuff going on. All the lighting and everything takes.
Yeah, it's laggy for me too.
Let me clean it up as we go.
Busted.
Right, walking into the outer ward. A number. Okay, so here's the outer ward you're walking into. You were just walking through a long causeway. The ground here was once hard-packed earth, but the area in front of the barracks has been churned into mud by flapping bullywug feet. There are 5 lizard folk and 1 bullywug. Kill them. Nope. Work. Did I lock your tokens?
Yes, apparently.
Oh, I know why.
It's a snake in my boot. Except for its bag.
Right. Lizard folk keep making their way within, turning right. Bullywug seems a little nervous right now. Probably ready to flee at a moment's notice, kind of watching the lizard folk. Ben.
You know, I was gonna take another level in cleric on next level up, but it might be worth it to take that eldritch feat and just get my eyes shined by the storm, so I can fucking see.
Make their way
You can
here.
see there's a torch.
Folk aren't. When they see the approach of more humanoids, you see the approach of a few more cultists. You know, they seem alert and kind of averting their gaze. But right away, the other lizard folk are talking their draconic tongue. Their alertness faded. Talking amongst themselves. Want to make your way inside. Whispering Reed now speaks up. You must go upstairs to the other chambers. They will get to the rest of the lizard folk. Rest of my tribe.
Okay.
Upstairs we go.
Yep.
I follow you, Lord.
We
You
do not
must-
need we do not need to keep up in front of lizards. Only frogs and people. Thank you for lighting torch. I was afraid if old men book out torch, they would know I am not magic. I have magic, but not that magic.
Yes.
Yeah, go on that thing.
I was gonna ask, is there a portal and I'm not seeing it?
Yep. Yeah, go on that thing.
Every time Ureva walks up a stairs, I hit the side of her. Ow, ow, ow.
I hear hissing coming from my bag. Shh.
I'll play bite again.
Bad bag snake.
This is BS.
It was
Bag
your idea.
snake.
No bag snake.
All right, you go up into a room that seems. Oh, Bimok falls out.
He just
fell off the map.
Fell off the map.
He just yeeted himself.
Stop
I don't have
going
no
out
light
there.
no more.
Stop
That's
going
a
out
window.
there.
No more.
Jesus
That's a
Christ.
window.
Every
Oh,
time I have to
he's
patch up
probably doing the
every
same-
window. I'm gonna
He's
take
probably
away
doing the
your
same
movement
thing
from
I
you.
am because everything is black.
Yeah.
Yeah,
except for one strip of light.
Why don't you like hold on for a second instead of jumping out all over the place?
Because we get excited, and I thought it was a
Jumps out the
hallway.
window to see light.
And then,
Land!
My torch is not lit no more. Ah.
I thought it was a hallway, and I got excited. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, help.
Go. Now you should be able to see.
Yes.
All right. And move up here to this room that appears to be an arsenal sort. So there are stockpiles of armor, weapons, and hundreds of arrows, but the metal is rusted mostly to dust, and the arrows warped into uselessness. The leather having been chewed away by rats and other vermin.
Reva
Ow.
sees the arrows and gets excited, and then looks really sad and pitiful at them.
It's pretty warm. It's right above the forge, which you were just in below.
Roasted bag snake.
So the lizard folk actually come up next to you. They kind of usher you over to a corner of the room, ready for a congregation of sorts, as many lizard folk are climbing up the steps, joining over in the other empty areas, kind of
Just so
silent
you know, they
murmurs.
can't see the lizard folk.
Yeah, I don't have them.
Okay.
So right now it seems like there's a bit of energy in the air. There's a little excitedness, also some apprehension as the lizard folk are congregating. This is where we will have to end the session.
Suspension is rising.
Suspension is... All right, so we will end the session with you guys making your way into the castle, ready for a meeting with the lizard folk and their fractured leadership, trying to find a plan forward to get everybody on task and on the same page. I think we will be good to go next Monday at the same time. I will not be late because I will no longer be on vacation.
Sounds good.
All right.
Good session, guys.
Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Getting this far, I have a lot to prepare. Definitely.
Who's the historian?
Huh?
Yeah, did we actually roll for historian? Because I feel like we talked about doing it and it
we
didn't happen.
actually never did. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
I think I actually got rid of the... Yeah, never actually rolled it. Okay,
Yeah.
rolling it
didn't
right
think so.
now. We have 5, Ireva. So, Nicoldenbird, please get your campaign journal ready, and I will post that up once I'm caught up with everything. All right. Thank you for reminding me. Definitely forgot that. All right, so yes, I have a lot to prepare. I have a lot to read through and get ready for the next session. So I'll be doing that ready for Monday morning, 10 a.m. Central Daylight Time. Thank you guys for tuning in. We were able to get this session in on vacation. Ready to go. Maybe we'll have some combat. Maybe storming the castle.
We just turn on the lizard people. We'll kill everybody.
Yeah.
Murder hobos, guys.
Oh no, no.
Let's really turn this campaign into a fucking bloodbath.
We all know Vimok would never let you do that.
We're a bunch of motor hobos, apparently.
Say, we all know Vimok would stop you because we made an alliance with them.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is
I really
that
need to use the
true?
restroom, so I'm gonna go. Good session again. Take care.
All right, guys.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm the same.
All right.
Good job.
Have a
Enjoy your
great week.
vacation.
Yep. Oh, I will. Thanks, guys.
And happy 4th of July to everybody.
Yep.
Yes, you
Happy
too.
4th.
Yep. Later, guys.
Bye.
All right, there we have it. Session 3 of part 6. Definitely thought I had a little bit more ready than I did. I'm trying to remember the little bits and pieces that I read through. I have a lot to prepare for the next session. Getting these lizard folk. They are going to figure out how to move forward because there is a trifecta of power struggle between the lizard folk, bullywugs, and cult. Cult of the Dragon is definitely in charge, but the lizard folk are ready to rise as long as the conditions are right. So we will be finding that out. Beginning of next session, next Monday, 10 a.m. Central Daylight Time. This is my 5th edition campaign. I also run a 4th edition campaign. It is yet undetermined when I will be playing that next. We're supposed to be on schedule. It is this coming Sunday, but that's not doable because that's the 4th of July. So I'll have to figure out when we can play that again. Also join my Discord, follow me on Twitter, follow my YouTube. On Discord, I play Tavern League Encounters, which is short one-shot boss encounters between 2.5 to 3 hours long. It's getting going, definitely getting a lot of momentum in there. So if you want to play D&D on the fly whenever you're able to, and you don't have to commit to an ongoing campaign, you don't have to commit to a weekly time, definitely join that. It is going great. But for now, the last call has sounded and everybody is lining up at the bar for their final round of shots. So raise up your glasses and give a final salute. Thank you for tuning in. This has been the Tavern League.